Are you a purpose-driven entrepreneur struggling to get web traffic that converts into paying clients? Stop wasting time and money. Discover how to position yourself as the go-to authority in your niche or industry. Infuse your wow website with the best unmarketing strategies and drive traffic to your website that converts to leads and clients. Listen to the Unmarket Your Business podcast today and watch as your ideal clients find you with ease. Let's head into the studio now with our hostess with the mostest, Carol J. Dunlop. Well, hey everyone, how you doing? How's it going? Welcome to the Unmarket Your Business podcast, another episode, and I am feeling great. How about you? I hope you're feeling great too. This is almost the end of February, my birth month. I'm having a great time. It's nice and sunny outside. As a matter of fact, my husband and I just got back from breakfast and I was like, oh, this is a great time to record this podcast episode because it's so important and all this information is fresh in my brain. So you're getting it straight from the horse's mouth, I guess you could say. So I'm happy you're here. Now, today we're talking about something very special, continuing from last week, and that is it's time to write your book. This is a time. For such a time as this, however you want to say it, you waited long enough and you need to get your book out there. Why? Because there is a plethora of success and good times and awesomeness waiting for you once you get that book out there. Believe me, I know, because I'm a 10-time best-selling author, Amazon best-selling author, and every one of my books have brought me so much joy. I've got to meet so many new people, and we have a brand new class of the Bestseller Lab that is starting on February the 26th, and I don't want you to miss it. I want you to be there. So I'm going to tell you more about that in a little bit. For now, I have something special to tell you about, and that's the Unmarketing Academy changes and updates. So Claude and I have been working on this thing for over a month, and it is going to be super fantabulous when it's all done. Not done quite yet. I was going to release like a part 1, but the part 2 and 3 intertwined so much that I'm going to just wait a little bit longer and release it all together. It's going to be magnificent. So some of the changes that are coming up when you when you first enroll and get to the dashboard, that's where it takes you. You'll have the opportunity to do an assessment, and the assessment will really create your roadmap for success in the Unmarketing Academy, because the Unmarketing Academy is all about turning marketing on its head and using low cost and no cost marketing strategies to just blow your business up, right? Just like I've done all these strategies that I talk about now that I've ever talked about, I've done all of them. And I did several live streaming, master classes, all this stuff that I took since 2017, put it all together into the Academy, and it's available for you to consume, to use, to learn from. I swear, if I had something like this when I first started, I would be so much further ahead than I am. But by the grace of God, maybe he used me as a conduit to get to put this stuff out there, because nobody was telling me any of this stuff. I had to go through it on my own. And now I'm taking you right along with me. You'll see through all the hairstyles and the changes and all of that. But the best thing you're going to see is how to actually market your business for success and get a return on an investment that keeps bringing in consistent income. Now, who doesn't want consistent income? We all do, right? So like I said, some of the changes, you're going to have that assessment. It's going to create a roadmap for you. Now, there's already a roadmap there, but this roadmap that it's going to create now is going to be customized to your learning, not ability, but what you want to do or where you are. Are you a newbie with technology, or are you an old hat with technology, or are you a mix? Do you like doing new things and learning new things? Or are you kind of like, I want to stay on this track that I know, but I know that we all need technology. So it accounts for all of that, gives you the actual videos you need to look at, puts them on the level that you want it to. And you can change anytime. It's not anything set in stone. It's just a suggestion. And I wanted to do that because people are telling me, I've got over 300 videos in there, right? So they're like, I'm confused. I don't know which one to go to first. And I'm thinking with my head, that I have everything all laid out. It should be just fine, no problems. But, it's not that way to everyone. So I wanted to make sure that this is all inclusive. It's this way for everyone, and you can get the most bang for your buck. Right. And on top of that, to celebrate this new year, all these new changes and updates, the betterment for you to get your marketing out there, I have a special that you can take advantage of if you go to unmarketyourbusiness.com/join and you come in and join us. Join me, join the crew, join the people, the community that's already forming there. You can use this code at checkout, New Start 25, and you'll save $10 a month. How about that? Yay. So we're getting everything ramped up. We're getting the community ramped up with more information so you can share, so you don't have to worry about, I'm on Facebook, and if I say the wrong thing, they're going to put me in jail, or Instagram, they're going to shadow ban me or whatever. No, this is a safe spot for you to ask your questions and get answers about marketing, specifically unmarketing. And unmarketing saves you money. And we all want to save money. Oh, yes, of course. So definitely go there to unmarketyourbusiness.com/join, and at checkout, enter this code, New Start 25. New Start 25. You'll save $10 a month. I can't wait to see you in there, and the changes are coming. So I want you to be there so you can take advantage of this, because you'll be among the first people to do it. So go ahead, go there now. It's time for tech time. All right. Today I have one of the best, most productive, often needed, most overlooked plugin that there is out there, and it's called Post Duplicator. And you may say, what? But let me give you the scenario. You're in your site. You have this perfect page that you've created. You've done all the things, put the stuff together, and whatever plugin or page builder you're using. And you say, okay, I want a page just like this because I want this page. I want to use this page layout for another segment of the website, another landing page. It's going to change it or whatever. Guess what? You can use Post Duplicator to do that. It will duplicate every single thing just as it is. And then you can save it, resave it, whatever name you want, excuse me, with whatever name you want, and do whatever you want. It has been a lifesaver, a time saver for me, because, all we have is 24 hours in a day. And we want to be able to do what we need to do in the time that we have to do it, because we don't have time to spare, right? So this will save you time, give you extra productivity in your day, so you don't have to worry about, oh my God, I got to create this whole page over again. And guess what? It's free, and it's available in the WordPress depository. So go and get it. What's holding you back from hitting go on your marketing plan? Fear, being unsure, imposter syndrome, frustration? That stops now. What if I showed you how to reach your target audience and get them to buy? How to make social media marketing easy? How to understand the power of email marketing? And how to conquer your fear of putting yourself out there? What if I provided you with simple tools and techniques, easy to implement training that bring you clarity, and give you the expertise and the know-how to convert marketing into money? Hey there, I'm Carol J. Dunlop, the online wild strategist and 6-time best-selling author. I teach purpose-driven entrepreneurs just like you to convert marketing into money. If you're a purpose-driven entrepreneur who's ready to stop allowing fear and frustration to keep you stuck and instead embrace clarity, authority, and expert instruction to convert your marketing strategies into money in the bank, then you need to join the Unmarketing Academy. In the Academy, you'll take a deep dive into the tools, techniques, and trainings that helped me and my husband to sustain our successful business in spite of the 2008 recession, 2 major health crises, and of course, the pandemic. The Academy is about replacing expensive, frustrating, and overwhelming marketing practices with simple, easy to implement marketing resources that get you in front of your target audience and get you paid. This Academy is for purpose-driven entrepreneurs who crave simple marketing strategies, coaches who need real-life trainings to take the overwhelm out of marketing, small business owners who are ready to conquer their fear of putting themselves out there, service providers who want to use social media and email marketing effectively, action takers who are ready to go live without fear. Marketing your business successfully takes work and marketing. Without marketing, they don't know you exist. If you're ready to convert your marketing into money, you need to join the Unmarketing Academy. Join the Unmarketing Academy today by going to unmarketyourbusiness.com/join. There is no guest today. It's me, myself, 10-time best-selling author. And guess what we're talking about today? We're talking about let's get that book written, published, and making you money consistently. Who doesn't want to do that? Now, I want you to imagine for just a second what it feels like to finally become an author. You've been trying to do this for 10, 12, 15 years, 6 months. Any amount of time that you haven't gotten it done is too long because it's time right now to get this book done. So I want you to do this for me. I want you to close your eyes and let that feeling of accomplishment wash over you. You've gotten your book done. How does that feel to you? How does that feel? Close your eyes and just revel in that excitement, revel in that accomplishment, revel in that pleasure that you now have your book completed. Doesn't that feel good? Isn't that a great feeling? It is, I'm telling you. I've experienced that 10 times, or really 11 or 12 times, because I did have one book out there that did not go to bestseller. That was when I was first getting started with another group of ladies. That one did not go to bestseller, but that's okay. And I don't think it's even in print right now, but my first solo book that I did went to bestseller. Not only did it go bestseller, it went to #1 international bestseller. And you know how it got there? Hard work, research, and knowing what to do. So that great feeling that you feel, that all that hard work that you've done, the accomplishment you have made, you've got this book, you've got this book done. Your book baby is like in your hands. Just imagine that right now. Now, wake up. What is wrong with that picture? Number one thing that's wrong is you're not an author. And why is that? Why are you not an author? Did you not have the time? Do you feel like you don't have the know-how or the experience? Is it all too confusing? Do you feel like I'll never get this done? I'll never understand this, because you're not an author or you're not a book publisher. So you probably don't have the skills that you think you need to get this book done. And then number two, you're not a best-selling author. You do have a book, but you're not a best-selling author. Why? Because again, you don't know the skills. You don't know what you needed to do, what you needed to not do, what to do first, second, and the third. It's all very confusing. But today I'm going deep to let you in on the world of being not just an author, but a best-selling author, and exactly what that entails. So I've got 10 things that we're going to talk about when you become a best-selling author, not just an author, but a best-selling author. 10 things that you're going to experience so that I can kind of whet your appetite a little bit for at least talking to me about getting in the bestseller lab. Okay, number one, this is, I guess I could call it side effects. Got 10 side effects of being a bestseller, right? The number one thing, you can create and publish another book anytime you want, anytime. Because for being a student in the bestseller lab, I'm going to teach you how to do that. Anytime you want to create a book, another book, a different kind of book, you got it. You have the information you can go back to all the time and get it anytime you want it. Number two, by becoming a best-selling author and writing that book and becoming a best-selling author, you have a never-ending stream of content and content ideas at your fingertips. That's how I use my book. I have used my book since that first book I was telling you about, #1 international bestseller, Unmarket Your Business, 10 Ways for Savvy Entrepreneurs to Stand Out, Stop Struggling, and Start Profiting. Those 10 ways that are in there are still relevant today, even from 2017. They're relevant today. I use them today, and guess what? I make money with all of them. Using that book gives me a never ending content stream, because I can go back to any chapter and pick out a sentence, a paragraph, a heading, whatever, and make a blog post, a live stream, a reel, whatever I need. I can use that book, so I don't have to worry. That's what I mean about having a never-ending stream of content and ideas. Number three, not only do you have a never-ending and unending content library, you also have never-ending income generation. So let's say we start with the book, the $20 book, right? that you're going to write and turn to bestseller. What can you do with that $20 book? Even if you never, after you get bestseller, even if you never sell another single book, even if you never sell another book, you can, number one, take that book and turn it into a course. $20 book, $500 to $1,500 course. You can use that book as your entry into being a paid speaker or just a speaker. A person who goes around and speaks to groups, to people about what you do, how you do it, how the results that they're going to get, whether you're paid or unpaid. I know there's a big thing out there that don't speak for free or speak for free until you can get paid. It doesn't matter if you speak for free or if you get paid. The book is your entry to getting speaking gigs, and then you will get paid after that. It's great if you can get paid for speaking, but what if you do it for free to speak? You're still going to make money because you're going to get clients from all of that. The other thing you can do is certify your book. Turn your book, and we had this lady, I can't think of her name right now, but we had her as a guest on the Write Books to Sell Now podcast. And she was talking about how she took her book and turned it into a certification. And sold thousands of books, made hundreds of thousands of dollars. And I think the name of the book was Get Clients Anywhere or something like that. And it was a step-by-step thing about how to get clients. And people signed up to teach this whole thing. So it was great. It was wonderful. I was one of the students, and I made sure she got on the podcast. So you can also take your book and turn it into blog posts, even affiliate blog posts, and make money off of that. What things align with the stuff you talk about in your book that you could sell as an affiliate or your own products, right? You can turn it into a podcast. You can turn it into a virtual summit, make money off of both of those. These are money-making things that all come from your book because you've got this never-ending idea, this never-ending stream that you can make money from. The fourth thing you can do is, like I said, you can speak. You already have topics, whether it's free or paid. You can speak because you are the expert, because you wrote the book on it. And when people look at it, if they're looking at a speaker who doesn't have a book and a speaker who does have a book out, and they go and look at that book and that book was a bestseller, more than likely they're going to choose you over someone else, right? Number 5, you get invites to podcasts, to be on lives and other platforms and promo vehicles because of your bestseller status. And a lot of times they want to know, how did you get bestseller? What did you think? How long did it take you to write the book? Because a lot of people out there, thousands of people, maybe even millions, are trying to write a book today, right now, are trying to get their book done. I have 3 people that I can think of right now who became best-selling authors with me, 4 who had been trying to write their book for years. The stuff was just stuck on the shelf. It was stuck in their brain. There was notes all over the place, or even they had written stuff out and never got it put together into a book. 4 students, Sharon Reed, Michelle Feltes, Dr. Knesset Klein, and there was one other, and it's escaping me. Why is it escaping me? Dr. Lori Mans, I think, was one of them. But that was an extra. There was one that just went out of my brain. But they had been waiting around a long time to get their book done. Harriet Ward is another person. She never really even thought about writing a book, but she wanted to write a book, but she didn't know how, what to do, or anything. And boom, now she's a best-selling author. And now she's actually been a part of 3 best-selling projects. Wow, right? Talk about going from I want to, I think I can, I wish I can, to I did it. That is your dream, and that's what I'm here to help you make come true. All right, number 6, you become a curiosity in a great way. Like I said, people want to know, how did you do that book? Well, what did you do? How did you get the bestseller? What did you do for that? People want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. And if inquiring minds want to know, they want to put you on their podcast, their live, maybe even in another anthology book, or maybe you want to write a solo book. You're just a curiosity that gets paid with some coins. All right, number 7. When I surveyed, I've helped almost 100 purpose-driven entrepreneurs to become best-selling authors since 2020. What? And when I surveyed them, those purpose-driven entrepreneurs that I've helped to become best-selling authors, guess what the most common accomplishment was that was the side effect that they got from writing their book. And that was more confidence. That was actually confidence in some cases, more confidence in others, and exploding confidence for other people. And that was the confidence to actually get the book finished, the confidence to do another book, the confidence to take this book and do other things with it other than just being an author. And being an author is great. Being a best-selling author is even better. But that's not the end-all, be-all of everything. The end-all, be-all is where you stop it. Your success is unlimited. The sky is the limit. Really, the sky is just the sky, and your limit is wherever you want it to be when you're a best-selling author. Remember, I said you are a curiosity in a good way, and people want to know more about you. And when people want to know more about you, they want you to get on their podcast. They want you to join them on their live. They want you to join them in projects, and that all ends up to dollars in the bank, right? Number 8, becoming a best-selling author will help you build a better brand. So if you didn't know what you could do besides write a book or how you could promote your business, write a book, get it to bestseller. And then it opens up so much because people will tell you ideas, share with you, want to work with you. I just told you about all those other 7 points that will help you. Number 9, you get visibility to the people who want to work with you. Let me say that again. You get visibility and more visibility to the people who want to work with you, who want to hire you, who want to pay you. What? When they know that you've written this book and this book is a bestseller, they're like, wow, she really knows her stuff. Let me get with her because she could probably help me. Because there are a lot of people out there with unfulfilled dreams. There are a lot of people out there wanting to know how to do this and that and the third, and they have no idea how to start, how to try, how to do. You now have the confidence to do what you've done, and now you can teach others to do what it is you do. The book is just something that shines a spotlight on your work, your brand, your life even, and it helps you to relate to people in a way that they say, let me check her out and see what else is going on, because I think we could do some things. And then the 10th one is ultimately it means you know your stuff. When you wrote that book, you know your stuff. You knew your stuff. You still know your stuff. And you know even more about your stuff now because you have the confidence to say, I know my stuff. You had the confidence to put that book out there. You had the confidence to ask co-authors to come in and write along with you. You had the confidence to go and get sponsors. And you had the confidence to sell ads inside your book. And you know what all that means? That means that you make money before your book is even published. And that is another thing that the bestseller lab is about. I wanted to make sure that it wasn't just a program that took your money, promised you things, and whether you did it or not, oh well, so what? You didn't work hard enough. You didn't do. No, I'm holding your hand all the way from day one to the end. And normally it takes just 90 days or 3 months for your book to be conceptualized, prepped, produced, and premiered. But this round is going to take 4 months. And the reason why is a very special reason. Dr. Lori A. Mans is coming in and she is partnering with me to help you create a profitable, sustainable, and authority producing launch. Now I helped you produce the launch. You get the video, the promo video, you get all the social media graphics that you need, you get the emails that you need, you get the landing page, you get all this promotion stuff. But Dr. Mans is taking it up a couple of notches to help you actually do this launch, whether you're creating a virtual launch or an in-person launch or a hybrid launch. She's done them all, and she's got sponsors for them. In addition to the sponsors for the book, she's gotten sponsors for her launches, for everything she's done. That's what she's known for. I actually attended her sponsor sales secret seminar that she did. And that's what taught me about how to get sponsors for my podcast or anything I wanted to. And that's why I brought that into the book. So we're all just helping each other do what it is that we need to do. And she is along to help us do this. So we're giving an extra month. So you're going to prep, produce, and premiere your book. Then you're going to launch it with Dr. Lori Mans, creating that awesome launch for you so you can just to the stratosphere, get as much money as possible, get as much visibility as possible, get as much confidence as possible, and do your thing, because people follow people who have confidence and who are visible. It helps that you're visible and have confidence. But if you're visible, then most likely going to follow you, get to know you, like you, trust you, and guess what? Start buying from you, because that's what we're in for. We're not in here to be picking daisies and, throwing dirt on stuff. We're here to make money. Really. Don't be ashamed of it. We're here to make money. Christian women, faith-based women, regular women, white women, black women, whatever kind of woman you are, and a few good men too. We're here to make money, because money runs the world. It doesn't rule the world, and money is not the root of all evil. It's the love of money that's the root of all evil. Y'all don't forget that. So that means if it's the love of money and anything you want to do that is the root of all evil, let's do some good stuff. Let's bring good into the world. I know right now everybody's thinking like, what can I do? Especially in the States, because it seems like the States is falling apart. There's craziness. Yesterday or the other day, I watched this video from this guy, one of these travel guys that I watch all the time. He has great stuff. I think it's Project Untethered on YouTube. And when he started talking about the United States, he had an upside down flag. You know what that means? That the United States is in distress. It is. He didn't say anything, but if you know, you know. So the United States is in distress. Actually, the world is in distress because all of us are in distress. It's almost like COVID all over again, except for we're still working. We don't have to have the mask on, but there's a virus going around. And guess what? You can stop it. You can put your love, your awesomeness, this great book that you're doing, you can put it out into the world and help spread more love. Yes, it's up to us. And I know Black women, we sitting down, we ain't doing too much. We doing stuff for ourselves. We're taking care of ourselves. And the white women too, women in general. Let me just say women in general. We're taking care of ourselves. We're taking care of our stuff because there's no saviors out there that are going to come and save us from this. No savior beside Jesus Christ himself, who's going to come and save us. And, you know, at this moment, it might be good if he just can wipe the world out, right? And no joke. But until he does that, we've still got to work. Faith without works is dead. So we've got to work. So we just can't sit on our hands and not do anything. We've got to help others. And your book, putting your book out there and creating your own economy, because remember, I said that you can make money before your book is even published. All of my authors have made money before their book was even published. So they weren't waiting around for Amazon to send them a check. They already had the money in hand. And most of them recouped their money. And I think the shortest was like 6 weeks, maybe 3 months. You know, that it took them to recoup their money from the survey. These are people who actually answered the survey. I asked them the questions. They gave me the answers. They recouped their money. The most it took was 6 months. Some of them just almost immediately. Some of them had recouped their money when the book published. Before it was published, they already had their money back for the Bestseller Lab. That's amazing, right? Now, even if you don't think the bestseller title is a game changer, which it is, don't be fooled. You can't speak to it or about it if you don't have the title. I know a lot of people say, bestseller, I don't want that. Even the first people I was working with when I started with my very first book, my very first solo book, they were like, why do you want that bestseller moniker? That, it's rigged. Nobody cares. I cared. I put a lot of hard work in that thing. And you can't say, oh, it's nothing if you don't have one. If you don't have one, you can't say, is nothing. It is something. It is something to attain, a best-selling title. I just gave you 10 reasons why a best-selling author is the thing to be right now, because you got to stand out from the crowd in some kind of way. So you might as well do it with your book. And then your book could lead to your podcast. Your podcast could lead to your virtual summit. Your virtual summit and your podcast and your book lead to money in the bank, greater visibility, more authority, people chasing you instead of you chasing them. So here's the thing, bestseller from any list, whether it's New York Times, Amazon, whatever, is a title that if you use it the right way, remember what we're talking about, if you use it the right people or the right way, it's a way for you to kick down that door and get in front of the people who want to work with you. However, it's not the end game. Writing a book and becoming a best-selling author is not the end game. There are plenty of books up on Amazon that are not best-selling books. I've seen them. They're not even selling books. They're books that haven't sold one thing, right? My people get best-selling author, which means they did sell some books, which means they are making some money off of it. And then you need to look at your book, your best-selling book, as a jump off, not the end all be all, but as a start of something. Remember, I told you speaking and courses, all this can come from your book. And you've got this secret thing that you can create stuff from, which another thing my clients have done in their books, they've created masterminds, they've created courses, they've created speaking industry, but a job, not a job, but you know what I'm saying, a career path as a speaker from their book. Now, in actuality, it's the jump off point. When you start writing that book, it gives you, when you finish writing that book, it gives you an authority boost, and you will become a best-selling author working with me in the bestseller lab. And becoming a bestseller is like an instant celebrity status maker, being in the bestseller lab, because what I say, your curiosity in a good way. Just like when you but you have to work at it. Let me tell you that you do have to work at it to keep it going. People who make those lists, those big lists, those best-selling lists and stuff, some of them you never hear from them again. Maybe they're not serious. Maybe it was a first-time thing. Maybe it was just, I just wanted that. But I'm talking to purpose-driven entrepreneurs who want to use their book as a jump-off point for their business and their brand and to skyrocket what they're doing. Just think about it. Now, I have a story to tell you. I used to be a Mary Kay consultant. Actually, I was a Mary Kay consultant 5 times. Neither one of those times did I get a car or even the jacket or any of that stuff. But the Mary Kay consultant now that I have now, shout out to Tish. Oh, sorry, shout out to Tisha. I know a Tish and a Tisha, so it's hard sometimes, but shout out to Tisha. She's been awesome, right? And she's a director. She just made director of me. I think it's been maybe a little bit under a year now, and she's the epitome of a director, what they do. But you know what? They don't just hand out those directorships. They give them to people who work hard, and they give them to people who keep working. So now we're relating that to your bestseller status, because just being a bestseller author, in the beginning, it's going to be great and awesome, but you got to keep it going, because your business is just not a one-off. It's just not do this thing and I'm done, right? Because purpose-driven entrepreneurs, we have a purpose in what we're doing. We know that God gave us the reason to do all this stuff, and we're ready, right? And we know that nothing is just a one and done. Okay, you wrote the book, became bestseller. Now we're going to get a podcast and get out there, more visibility in front of more of our potential clients who can work with us, who we can change their lives. Then we're going to do a summit. Then we're going to do some courses, and then we're going to do some speaking. We're just doing a lot of different things because we're entrepreneurs. That's what we do. Our minds don't stop. We're continually working in our brain. It's continually coming up with ideas. I know mine is. How about yours? I'm sure that yours is too. And I know that this project has been on your mind for a long time, and you haven't done anything about it, or didn't think you could do anything about it, or haven't found somebody to help you. Well, you have now. I'm here. Carol J. Dunlop, the 10-time Amazon bestselling author, is here to help you become a bestseller, create your own economy, help others make money, help yourself make money, and fulfill the purpose that God has given you. So here are some reasons that you need to be in this upcoming class of the Bestseller Lab. Number one, for community, because you'll be in a class with like-minded individuals who are working on doing the same thing as you. And you'll be in a class of successful people and a class of best-selling authors who you can turn to at any time for ideas to help you work stuff. I know several of my authors have gotten together with each other and done other programs, JV partners, and things like that. You'll get the knowledge. Now, I'll talk about how I'll teach you how to do a book anytime you want. But the real deal is that you actually become a publisher if you want to. I mean, you can do this one book, never do any other books, and make all this money still on these other things you're going to do. Or you can become a publisher and help others in your audience become published authors as well, because we need this authority. We need this power. We need this confidence. We need this love to defeat the evil and craziness that's out there. So if we are empowered with confidence, empowered with love, empowered with success, and empowered with the knowledge that we can do whatever it is that we want to do, when we want to do it, and how we want to do it, that's what you're going to be bringing to your people. The next thing is a viable working framework. That's what you're going to get from enrolling in the Bestseller Lab. And by viable working framework, I mean that we're going to create your book from scratch. It could be from scratch or another book you want to rework. And we're going to prep and get all the things ready. We're going to produce it. That means the layout, the cover, all the social media stuff that needs to go, all the promotion pieces, the promo video, the landing page, all of that is included in this so that you can promote your book properly. And then I'm also going to tell you how to get sponsors in your book, how to get advertisers to say yes, and how to get co-authors to come in. So those three things, plus the three-step framework that I have for producing means success, means you're going to be a best-selling author. You're going to make money before the book even comes out. And then we have Dr. Lori Mans who's going to show you how to do the launch. So you're going to make money after the book comes out. How about making money before the book comes out, making money when the book is launching, and make money after the book comes out, and then going on to just bust that glass ceiling, if there is one, so that you can make any money that you want anytime, give yourself a pay raise, and just not be dependent on the government or anybody else who's supposed to be just giving you some money. You are making your own money. And then number 5, the last thing is lifetime access to all the materials. I will update them as they need to be updated. Amazon has quirks, and I know people say, about Amazon or whatever. Use Amazon like Amazon is using you. Like all those other social media programs, Facebook, Instagram, all of them, they are using you, using your data, using your information, every click, every comment, every post, everything. They are calculating it into something that they're going to use to sell their services. So you use them, get them to sell your stuff for free. It doesn't even cost you anything to publish on Amazon, but guess what? They will put your whole book together and send it out to whoever you say and give you a royalty. I think that's a great deal, right? You just got to know the right things to do. So if you're interested and you want more info about this book, then you need to schedule your Write That Book inquiry today. I've only got one more session left, and that's on Tuesday. And we start the class on Wednesday. So you can still get in, but I know you want to find out the details, like how much does it cost? Do we have payments? What exactly do I get? What can you do for me? We're always at that station, WIIFF. What's in it for me? Sorry, WIIFM. What's in it for me? Well, I'm going to tell you at this inquiry what exactly is in it for you, because it's just going to be me and you. We're going to be talking. It's all about you and what you want to do. What are your goals for writing this book, becoming a best-selling author? What are your plans and how I can help you do that? So use that to schedule your inquiry today. Schedule it. Tuesday is the last day we're doing this. So you better come on, because I am not doing another Bestseller Lab program until 2026. So before then, you can get in right now, become a best-selling author, and start making that money, like we said, right? So go ahead and do that. Is your website ready for prime time? When your ideal prospects land on your website, do they see the true professional you are, or are they greeted by a site that's not quite ready for prime time? For 30 years, we've helped coaches and service providers transform their online presence into powerful client-attracting machines. As a premier website designers in the Atlanta area, we don't just build websites, we create conversion engines that work for you 24/7. Why choose CSI for your WOW website? We're experts in authority marketing. We help you convert web visitors into paying clients with our proven unmarketing strategy. We offer complete protection. We'll work hard to keep your website safe from hackers and accessible to all. And we offer purpose-driven results, custom designed for coaches and service providers who want to make a real impact. If you're ready to make an impact with your website, download our free WOW website planner today. Inside this planner, it'll give you all the information you need to create your own WOW website. Whether you use us or someone else, you need a WOW website that converts web visitors into paying clients. So go to csicorporation.com/planner right now and download the free WOW website planner. All right, remember to go ahead and sign up for your author inquiry today. I'll have that back on the screen for you in just a few. My client success story spotlight for today is Cal and Renee Coakley. They are a couple who's in business. My heart goes out to couples who are in business together, still live together, still like each other, still talk to each other, because that is exactly what my husband and I do. And I love it for anybody else that's doing that as well. Now, Cal and Renee, I met them several years ago at a conference that we both attended, and we didn't really meet each other at the conference. I just noticed her because she has a glow about her. So I noticed her. And then I think I got in touch with her after that. Oh, I know what it was. I did a live and I said, I'm looking for guests for my podcast. And she immediately connected with me, contacted me and said, I'd love to be a guest. And then that was the start of our friendship. And we talk, it's just great. Now, her and her husband, they own a couple of different businesses. They are into the, it's insurance, but end of life insurance. That's what they do. But they have another business called theclosingacademy.com. And what they do is they teach you how to sell, because sales is a teachable skill. I totally believe that. Now, I have been through all the sales training that probably most salespeople have been through. I was a fitness director at LA Fitness. I worked at this was in my wellness days, and I actually was the director of a company that did meal planning or eating or something. It was like a diet company. They're outlawed today, and they should be, because they made people eat 500 calorie meals. It was crazy, right? And so, but to do all that, you need to learn how to sell. You have to know what signs to watch for, the unique craft of selling, how to overcome objections, how to deal with the objections before you even get around to, hey, you're going to buy this or not? Because if you don't, they'll come to bite you, because that's the first thing they're going to say. Oh, I don't have enough money, or I need to think about it, or I got to talk to my husband or my wife or whatever. So Cal and Renee have the Closing Academy that teaches you how to do exactly that, how to sell, because that's what they do. They sell the insurance. It's not end of life insurance. So they got to sell it. So they have this whole team that they're teaching how to sell. And somebody came up with the bright idea. Let's put this online in a course to teach you how to sell. And if you want to do that yourself, you need to go to theclosingacademy.com. Now, Cal and Renee, they have been in business together for a long time. They've been married, I want to say like 20 years, something like that. They're just awesome people. So they are my spotlighted people for today. Hey there, would you like to be a guest on the Unmarket Your Business podcast? Simple. All you need to do is go to unmarketyourbusiness.com/podcast. Ready for your spotlight? Be on the lookout. All you need to do is be awesome by either being a client or by letting me know you did, used, or follow the advice you heard right here on a previous episode. Post it on social and be sure to tag me at CSI Corporation and use the hashtag Best Unmarketing Strategy. This is a challenge that I have for you when it comes to getting your book written. I challenge you to schedule a chat with me, schedule the author inquiry, and get all your questions answered and see how writing this book, becoming a best-selling author, is going to affect your life and your business. And I know it will, in a very, very good way. So I've got it up on the screen again. Go ahead and schedule right now before you forget. It's CSIcorporation.com/author inquiry. CSIcorporation.com/author inquiry. And I will show you how this book is going to help you. If you have a new business, how it's going to jump it off. If you have a business right now, how it's going to take it to the next level. And if you're already at the next level, how it's going to next level that next level. So schedule right there. To recap, this episode has been about you and how it's your time. You need to write that book. Number one, it's time to write your book and get all the success that God has reserved for you. Number two, next level your author success by taking your book to the bestseller status. And number three, make all your hard work pay off and your dreams come true by enrolling in the Bestseller Lab. Schedule your author inquiry with me today. Would you like to get free coaching from me? Simple. All you need to do is go to unmarketyourbusiness.com/podcast. It's time to get this book. And this book is Prayers and Inspiration for Dadpreneurs. Now, this is the companion to Prayers and Inspiration for Mompreneurs. So I had mompreneurs in my life. My mother, my grandmother, my great-grandmother were all entrepreneurs, all what I call mompreneurs, and they taught me such a great thing. I wanted to do the same thing for the dadpreneurs out there. And this book has four authors in it, including a newly minted Amazon bestselling author, my boo and hubby, Alvin Dunlop. He gets to talk about his dad, brag about his dad, and let the world know about his father and what a great man he was. And so do the other people. Now, I'm in there as well, and I talk about my dad, but it's kind of a different story because I never knew my dad. I grew up without him. I talk about that in the book. So you'll just have to get the book to see it. But the other stories are all blessed, all awesome. All the stories are blessed and awesome because with or without your dads in your life, you see how you've still been able to soar and be successful. So you can get this book by going to csicorporation.com/dadbook. I hope you've enjoyed this episode today. And I also hope that you took notes and that you're going to schedule your inquiry. And then I also want you to get ready for next week, because next week, joining me, my very special guest and coach, Rob Schultz, is going to chat about how to use strategic secrets to double your revenue with AI. I had a blast on that episode. He taught me so many things, and he's the guy who introduced me to Claude.ai. So I'll be forever grateful for that as well. But join us. And he has this really down-to-earth way of letting you know that you can do this. It's nothing, it's no rocket science thing. It's just about knowing what the prompt is, what to ask the AI, and how to get it out. So I tell my husband all the time, the AI servers, or the servers that feed into the AI, the chat bots, and other AI things, but mainly the chat bots, because that's what I really focus on. They have all the information, they have all the answers, they have all the stuff. Just think of millions of bits of data that they've already put in there, and then all these millions of people who use them, who are putting more data in there. So they've got it all. They've got this big stirring pot of things. So all you have to do is ask the right questions in the right way, and you'll get access to the data that you need. But you got to know the right questions to ask. And that's exactly what Rob Schultz does and helps us with. So if you found this episode valuable, please leave a review and share it with your friends. And please subscribe so you don't miss a single episode. And on that note, I'm doing some new stuff with the podcast. I want to make sure that you're getting the stuff out of this that I think you should and that you want to get out of it. So I've got a couple things that I'm going to add into it so I can get your feedback, so you can, engage more with me. So stay tuned for that and look for that. It's going to be mainly in the show notes. And I'm so excited about it because I'm always on a quest to improve everything I do and to help you so that you don't have to go looking somewhere else to find stuff. You can just be right here with Carol J. Dunlop, the online wild strategist, who's going to help you. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much. Remember, schedule your Write That Book inquiry today. That is the challenge that I'm issuing to you. Thank you so much. And I will see you next time. Bye for now. Thank you for listening to the Unmarket Your Business podcast. Heard something you want to take action on? Great. Check out the show notes on unmarketyourbusiness.com/podcast. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss a single episode. Please do me a favor and leave a review or on whatever platform you use to access this podcast. It really helps us to spread the word and get this podcast in front of the entrepreneurs that need it. See you next episode.